one and all, and thank you for joining me for a review of this week's episode of NXT, the October 28th edition. And I may sound like a broken record, but this, once again, was another good episode of NXT that I enjoyed from start to finish. So, with that introduction out of the way, let's get into what took place on Wednesday night's show. We had our opening contest of the evening, and yes, unlike Raw, NXT opens with matches instead of 20-minute long promos. We had Emma taking on Shaza McKenzie. Apparently, this was her debut on NXT, Shaza. And for the majority of the match, Emma maintained control. Shaza really wasn't able to get in much offense. Emma was eventually able to lock in her submission, the Emma lock, for the victory. So I could see from the way this match was laid out, it was more so about making Emma look strong and dominant over Shaza. Shaza was able to get in some offense, but a majority of the match was dominated by Emma. So I've always been an Emma fan. I was upset with the way she's been treated on the main roster. And I will be interested to see where they go with her and Dana Brooke heading into the future, because we know Bayley will be having a match sometime in the near future against Alexa Bliss, based on what happened several weeks ago and the promo that took place tonight. So, good win for Emma. Good way to make her look strong and dominant. And yeah, it was an alright match. Wasn't the best, but was not terrible. With that, we moved on to what I could say was match of the night by far. Go out of your way to check this match out, because my words will not be able to do this justice. We had Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Jason Jordan and Ready, Willing, Chad Gable. These guys put on one hell of a match. It at least went 10 minutes, if not 12 or 13. And the crowd was so into this. These guys were just doing moves left and right, jumping over the top rope and, hitting all their signature moves. And I really can't do this match justice, because there was so much that happened in it. The way these guys, had this match, it was just incredible. And both guys came out, looking really well, despite Jordan and Gable, who got the win once they were able to hit their grand altitude finisher. So they were able to pick up the win. They looked really, they came out of this match looking really good, but like I said, so did Gargano and Ciampa. I hope they stay around in NXT, and I could definitely see Jordan and Gable being tag team champions, possibly at the next NXT special in London. I think that could be a great time for them to win the tag team championships. It would be nice to see them in a feud with the Vaudevillains, but once again, so much happened in this match. I mean, it was just, wow, what a great match. Given enough time, the crowd cares about both these characters, and I'm definitely seeing a lot of Kurt Angle in Chad Gable, so that's definitely a great compliment to pass on to him, because he is a great wrestler, great amateur background. So, wow, what can I say? Go watch this match as soon as you can. Definitely match of the night. Then we had Nia Jax taking on Kay Lee Ray. Another squash match by Nia, really just to demonstrate her dominance and power. Kay Lee again tried to get some offense in, but Nia Jax hit her with this huge spine buster, and looked like it might have hurt Kay Lee Ray's head, but she was all right. And then Nia was able to hit a leg drop for the pinfall and victory. So it'll be interesting to see where Nia Jax goes from here. She's going to need, obviously more time to develop, but so far I like what they're doing with her. And also this week, on a minor note, I think the outfit, I usually don't make comments about this, but the outfit that she was wearing this week was much better than last week's outfit. Last week she had this blue and yellow outfit. It wasn't really, working for her, and I think this week The outfit definitely fit, no pun intended, the type of appearance, the look, the overall character that they seem to be positioning her as. So it was a dominant win by Nia Jax in her second match on NXT. So from there, we had what was supposed to be a match between Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. Excuse me. It was supposed to be a match between Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson versus Big Enzo and Big Cass. Excuse me. However, the match could not even get underway as Enzo and Cass were making their signature entrance. Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson attacked them from behind and laid out Enzo. He was knocked down to the floor. Carmella scurried from the area, and then they focused the attack on Big Cass. They slammed his leg into the side LED board screen, and then continued to focus on attacking Cass's injured leg. And they laid him out, and they were left to stand dominant over the faces. So this was interesting to see. I liked it. Good way to get heat on these guys, and NXT keeps it simple, but it makes sense. And I thought it was a good segment, and definitely a good beatdown. One of the better ones I've seen in a while. So no match took place, just this beatdown. So it'll be interesting to see where these two teams go from here moving forward. Also, in between a couple of these matches, we had a nice promo video for Finn Balor, again, highlighting his journey to becoming NXT champion and the responsibility that it takes and how he is grateful for the fans. And there was another video package, similar one done on Apollo Crews. They're both very good, and I wish they would do this more on the main roster, but they usually don't. I don't know why. It just made me more invested in the guys. The Apollo Crews versus Finn Balor match will be next week for the NXT Championship after Crews won a Battle Royale 2 weeks ago. So they were great video packages, and it just gets me so much more invested into these guys that are wrestling and putting their bodies on the line on a weekly basis for our entertainment. And thank you to both of them. Great video packages. Good job, NXT. And then from there, we made it to our main event of the evening. It was Samoa Joe versus Tyler Breeze. And I'm assuming this is going to be Tyler Breeze's final match in NXT, as he has now been officially moved up to the main roster, which I'm glad to see. I've always been a fan of Tyler Breeze. I thought he was one of the more underrated workers in NXT, and I'm glad he's getting a chance at the main roster. Let's just hope that they don't mess him up, but their track record with NXT talent remains to be seen. These guys put on a good match, a good main event. Breeze, he tried to early on. He didn't want to get in the ring with Joe, but once these two started going at it, Joe was able to hit his suicide dive over the ropes. That got the crowd really going into it. And then Breeze was able to maintain control. He's able to hit a range slam out of the corner. And when he hit the supermodel kick, I thought that might have been it. He might have had Joe's number. But Joe kicked out, and the crowd was loving it. I was loving it. These guys were putting on a good match, given enough time. Joe was eventually able to trap beat Breeze in the Coquilla clutch, and for a good amount of time, and made Breeze tap out. So the right guy won here. I thought there were some good opportunities for Breeze to pick up the win, but Samoa Joe defeated Tyler Breeze with a tap out. And what can I say? Tyler really put in a long time of work down in. He was even a part of, before it was known as NXT, he was a part of FCW. So he's been down in developmental for a long time. And I hope he gets a good opportunity to succeed on the main roster, because he's a talented wrestler. He's got a good character, and let's just hope bigger and better things are going ahead for him. And so that was this week's episode of NXT. Once again, another solid, fun episode that I recommend you go watch, because every week NXT puts out a quality product, 1 hour. It's enjoyable to watch. It's a breeze, no pun intended, to sit through. So I'm giving this week's episode a B plus. Good show once again. So with that, thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content come to this channel. I appreciate all new subscribers. I'm up to 20 now, so thank you for everyone who has subscribed and who continues to watch my videos. Just a couple channel plugs. Check out the my friend Anthony D. Simone's channel. He does a weekly Pens Point blog about the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's very good, and I hope to get on there sometime in the near future to give my thoughts about hockey. Big Penguins and Blackhawks fan. So check that out. Also check out Generic Luchador's channel. He's one of the better YouTubers out there, giving his thoughts and opinions a lot on indie wrestling, WWE. He covers it all, so he's another good channel out there. And also check out Deluxe Man's channel. Wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be making videos on here. He's one of the best, if not the best, YouTubers out there for professional wrestling video commentaries. Just videos in general on wrestling. So those are all the plugs I've got. Thank you again all for watching. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween, and peace.